Hello and welcome to today's live call. We are talking about fear. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. And we will look at a special kind of fear. We are looking at our fear of our dogs and horses. And this is a very important topic. A lot of people don't want to talk about because they feel ashamed. But it's totally normal. And we'll have a look about fear at all, how fear tries to protect us. We'll have a look at fear as a feeling, where does it come from, and how we can help ourselves in the situations, and what will not help us. So I will mainly talk about horses, but the problem or the situation with dogs is nearly the same. The only difference is that we do not ride our dogs, but we ride horses. And dogs or cats, also cats, are special in the way that they are carnivores. They are predators. And when I say a dog is a predator, most people laugh at me and say, hoo hoo, it's my dog. And of course, but normally in nature, they would, and also as your family, domestic, house dog, dogs like to chase and kill their prey. So they have the teeth for it. And also predators and carnivores have a kind of aggressive attitude. Otherwise, they wouldn't start to kill. And this is part of their nature. And from wild dogs to domestic dogs, it needs really time. But from a domestic dog back to a wild to a feral dog, it can happen during one life. So an abandoned dog, a stray dog, can become a feral dog again if it's not a special breed. Like, I'm not talking about pug dogs now. They wouldn't survive in the wild. But if the dog has the ability to survive in the wild, they will do that. And that means that we have an animal, a pet in our home, that is still a little wild animal, and they are individuals, and we have to treat and see them like this. If we ignore that and we step into a conflict, the animal becomes aggressive and bites us. It's possible, of course, there was a mistake. There was fear. The animal is afraid of something. The dog is afraid of something. Misunderstanding, playing, and overreacting. So it's possible that your dog has bitten you by accident. But at least when our dogs or cats attack us or bite us, the trust is gone. And this is a big problem. And we made a bad experience with our animal. And we like to blame the animal. And with horses, it's a little bit the same. They are very big animals. And when I started to ride horses, I was taught that they are, I have to be dominant, I have to be strong, I have to show them who's the boss, what they have to do and what's not allowed, and they shall have to respect me. And there was a lot of pressure and violence in working with horses. And a part of that, so we are living with a horse, we are riding a horse, we have a good relationship with our horse, but maybe by accident, the horse spooks, we fell off. And now we are afraid to ride the horse again. And it is, in our society, fear at all is a very misunderstood feeling. So when we are anxious, when we have fear, people see us as weak. we are weak, we are not strong enough, um, and that's not the truth. The truth is that fear is a feeling, and it's a feeling from our body. It's in our system to protect us, to save us from mistakes. So if we make something or something happens to us and the outcome was not very good, we remember that. And our system, our whole system thinks we do not want to repeat that because it was dangerous or it was stupid or it was whatever. We were hurt, there was pain, there was fear, and um, we just don't want to repeat that. So when I fell off my horse, I may be stuck into this situation that I think I don't want to ride again. I'm anxious now. Now, when you fell off a horse, two things can happen. Normally, when you fell off a horse, you go back on the horse and you continue to ride. And this is okay. We should do that because in this situation, when I'm not hurt and my horse is not hurt and or injured, and we continue to ride, our body is able to cope with the situation. Our body is able to realize, okay, there was this mistake, the situation, but it's not that bad. I'm fine. I can ride again. But if I fell off my horse or we have an accident, I'm injured. My horse is injured. I cannot ride again. Worst case is that I get some tranquilizers to keep calm, to calm down my nervous system. This is the worst case um, because then the body is not able to cope with the situation. And in this situation, the trauma will rise because we are not able to help ourselves through the situation and realize that okay, there was a mistake, but I didn't die. It's okay. I can handle that. And so now, if you have fallen off your horse and you were not able to get back immediately and you had to recover for a while, and now the day comes that you want to ride again and you feel this fear in your gut. I think, no, I don't want to ride again. And maybe this is when you're in the stable. Maybe this already is at home when you think about driving to the stable, seeing your horse, and you think, oh, no. And now we're living in a society where this fear, where people laugh about you and you are called weak or you have to be more dominant and stronger and don't show your fear because when you show your fear, your animal will see the fear. This is very interesting because when I'm anxious, when I have this fear and I play dominant, my animal relates to the fear. My animal, my horse, recognizes this fear, and it doesn't help to play dominant when I'm not really dominant, when I'm full of fear. Playing dominant when you are full of fear is the worst thing you can do when acting with an animal because they know what's wrong with you. The problem is they don't see the reason for the fear. When you're out with your horse and a tiger arrives, you and your horse know immediately what's the problem and you can react. Um, but when you are full of fear and you go to your horse and your horse feels, oh, she's anxious, but the tiger is not here, so what's the problem? Um, your horse will become nervous. Now you are anxious, your horse is nervous, and you are even more nervous because you say, oh, my horse is already nervous. So this will escalate. The possibility that this situation um, escalates is very big. So um, it is important to realize that our fear just wants to protect us. Our fear is a system in our body that helps us to survive. It helps us, if we have made a bad experience, not to repeat this bad experience. And we can a part of animals, for example, you had an accident with a car or bike, and now you want to drive again, and you become very aware and maybe anxious, and you drive slowly, and you look around, and it's possible that you make another accident because you're so stressed. Because with all this fear in your body, you're not able to be calm and open, see what's going up on around you, reacting um, calm to new situations. And this is the same with the dog or the horse. When your dog has bitten you and now you're afraid of your dog, and your dog thinks, because animals, um, they react in the moment, but they definitely remember things, but if the situation has happened, they don't stuck in it as we do very often. So your dog maybe has bitten you, and after that, the situation is over, your dog is fine again. Of course, things can happen that trigger your dog and the fear in your dog again, so that maybe your dog shows aggressive behavior again. Then you definitely need help. But if it was an accident and the situation is over, but you have lost your trust, the confidence with your dog, and your dog feels that and thinks, "Oh, what's the problem? I'm fine." But you're not fine. You think, "Oh, I don't want that happen again." And you're stressed, and your dog will become stressed again because he thinks, "What have I done wrong? Here's nothing." Um, Same with a horse. When you actually ride your horse again and you cramp because you feel anxious, and your horse thinks, "Oh my god, what's going on here?" And maybe the horse will become more afraid too because of your fear. And so it is very, very important to be that we are responsible for our feelings. And first thing is, ignore the environment, ignore the people around you who are laughing about you and think, "Oh, don't show your fear." Fear is nothing that we can switch on and off like a light, because fear is in our subconsciousness. If our subconsciousness tries to protect us, um, we need different strategies. It's definitely possible to work with that, but it needs different strategies instead of just ignoring it or avoiding it. If we start to ignore or avoid our feelings, they will become bigger and bigger and stronger, and they gain more power about us. And we stuck into this situation that we get in panic, that we lose total control about everything, that we are no longer able to react in a calm way, or that we are able to think about a situation and make good decisions or respond in a calm way. So when someone tells you not to be fearful or not to be anxious around your dog or horse, that's very nice, but it normally doesn't help, because when the fear is there, it's there, and you cannot ignore it. When you ignore it, it will become more and stronger. And of course, it becomes stronger because your animal, your dog or horse, is anxious and stressed and nervous too now, and you become even more anxious. So the first thing is to realize, I have fear, and that's why I say the fear has you. Um, I'm anxious. I have fear is a little bit a problem in our language and society, that I'm to blame, and it's not our fault. It was the situation. It was the circumstances, and um, maybe it's, as I said before, when you have a broken leg, everybody will see you have a broken leg, and something happened that you have broken your leg. Whatever it was, no matter, you now have a broken leg, and nobody will ask you for a weekend hiking with a broken leg. So everybody says, take your time and recover. When you have the flu, everybody says, okay, I can see you have a flu. Take your time and recover. But when you are full of fear, everybody says you're weak. And this is stupid. We are not weak. There is something happening inside of us, in our body, in our system, in our nervous system. Our nervous system has to recover, and this needs time, it needs pace. We recover in our own space. Every person is different. Someone is afraid of something, other people say, "Oh, I don't see the problem." For example, it's the time now of the year with Halloween, and it's dark. I like the dark. I like forests. I like dark forests, but I cannot watch horror movies. I hate horror movies. I cannot sleep for a week. I don't watch horror movies. So we are all different, and we have to honor that. And we have to honor our fear. We have to honor our feelings. We have to honor the fear that tries to protect us, that tries to help us. We have to see it and to accept it and to become aware of it. So when I'm aware of my fear and I honor it and say, okay, thank you. My system, my nervous system tries to protect me from a mistake. I gain back the power, and the fear starts to lose its power. And I can cope with this situation in a totally different way. I become open for new experiences and new abilities, new opportunities that life shows me. So, when you are in this situation, when you are afraid of your dog or horse, um, how I can help you is the trust technique and the mindful magic mastery program. The mindful magic mastery program is for you. So it is about 3 weeks, 21 days to become aware of your thoughts and feelings, to let go the thoughts and feelings that do not longer help you, that are no longer support you. And there are a lot of thoughts and feelings that block us. And in the third week, we will build up new thoughts and feelings that support and help you. And the trust technique is for you and your animal to calm down your mind. So after maybe an accident with your horse or dog, the trust technique can really help you to cope with this situation, to calm down your mind, to build up a new relationship, to gain more trust and confidence with each other, to listen to each other. Because it's the same with the feelings and the thoughts and the fear. We have to listen to ourselves, and not so much to the people around us who are telling us that we have to be the boss or more dominant or ignore our fear. We cannot ignore our fear. When we start to ignore our fear, the fear will come up and it will be worse, worse than before. So we are able to cope with situations like this, and we are able to help our nervous system, to regulate our nervous system. And it's not about total control, but it's about awareness. The awareness that I'm a living being, I'm individual, I have different experiences than other people, and a situation can make me anxious. And first is I realize I'm anxious. I accept I'm anxious, and I've tried to find out why. So this is becoming personally responsible for everything I do and react to. Because when I come and get into a situation with a dog or horse, and I only react to my fear or answer this feeling, respond to it, it's possible that I overreact. I'm overwhelmed. And what very often happens then is that I become violent, aggressive. I try to cope and control the situation. I try to control the animal. And um, when when we think about mm, the dentist, maybe you're afraid of the dentist. So now you're on this chair and you're afraid. And now the pain comes. That doesn't help. Fear and pain is not good at all. The fear will become more, and our stress becomes more, and our response to this situation will be more worse. So when I have a dog and I'm a friend of the dog and I respond to this dog in an aggressive way, the dog will answer aggressive too. The horse, when the horse spooks and I'm just anxious about the horse, whatever the horse did. Horses are very big animals. We humans are very small against a horse. A horse has a lot of power. So in our nature, it's totally normal that we are, in a way, um, we have respect. We have respect if we are working with such a big animal um, that can hurt us, that can maybe kill us by accident. So um, when I'm working with this horse and I fall into this anxious feeling, and the horse reacts to that, and I become afraid, and I start to um, get aggressive or use violence against the horse because I want to control the situation. I want to control the horse. What will happen is that the horse will become more stressed and anxious because the horse hasn't done anything. It doesn't understand the situation. It feels that you attacked it, and it has to protect itself. So this situation too will escalate. Violence or pressure is never the answer. But when I'm seeing my fear and I'm accepting it, and I have the chance to calm down my mind, I have the chance to say, okay, maybe I step back a bit and observe the situation. Maybe I have a tool, a task that helps me to calm down my nervous system. Um, it is very important not to lose the control about our response, how we respond to the situation, how we react to the situation. Um, and it is so easy to blame the animal. Oh, we blame the animal for the accident. We blame the animal for the biting or falling down, and now we blame it that we are full of fear. But we are also responsible for ourselves. The animal is just the animal, and we have to help ourselves to heal from this accident, from this whatever, from this experience that now tries to, yeah, our nervous system tries to protect us, but it's not very helpful. But we are aware of it. We have it in our consciousness that we can change something, even if it is in the subconsciousness. And this is a little bit of work. It needs time and it needs persistence. It needs patience. Patience. So important to say, okay, it is as it is. This has happened. There's nobody to blame. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself. Forgive your animal. So when going through the steps, you can really heal the whole thing. Your relationship, the trust with your animal, your body, your subconsciousness, your expectations, your limiting beliefs, your negative thoughts, your feelings of fear. And as I said, there are two ways how I can help you with the Mindful Magic Mastery. This is the 3 weeks for on you. And of course, it has an impact on your animal. And it's based on the trust technique, or using the trust technique to help yourself and your animal. And if you're interested to learn more, to know more, I invite you into our community, Hoof and Paw on School. The link is in the description below. And you will also find the Magic Mindful Mastery program there. And thank you for listening. I wish you a wonderful weekend. Take care and hope to see you again. Bye.